Yeah.
Yeah, turn it up, they all the way live with it.
No filter, no limit. Yeah, they ride with it.
They pushing the line, yeah, they crossing the edge. Hot takes, no breaks, put it all on the ledge.
From the rumors to the locks, yeah, they calling me clean.
3 voices in the game, yeah, they pushing the line. They pushing the line, ain't no playing it safe. If the eyes look sweet, they might double the stake.
From the streets to the books, yeah, they giving you game.
Every take, every bet, yeah, they pushing the line. Ay, heck in the
All right, we cutting this song short tonight. Welcome back to another episode of Pushing the Line Sports. It's me, Magic Betts. We got 615 Parlay Slayer and Bell the Wolf with us. As usual, it's going down on a Monday night. We're going to make this show somewhat faster than normal or shorter than normal because we got a national championship game tonight, and I know I want to watch it. I don't know about y'all, but I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll be tuned in. I hope it's better than the ass kicking was yesterday. Which is fine. I mean, I ain't tripping. Congrats to UCLA. I didn't have a dog in the fight, but I'm just saying it was an ass whooping. But I'll get into that in a second. But you know, I always got to tell people happy caramel popcorn day.
Cracker Jack.
And, we're about to actually talk about this. It's National Student Athlete Day. So we are going to talk about that. But before we get into that,
Hold on.
go ahead.
On your first national day you spoke of, I just need to know, Cracker Jacks or Crunching Munch?
Crunching Munch.
Neither.
I don't
Hey,
believe it.
What the hell?
I'm not a big caramel fan, guys.
This man
We
right
kicking
here.
you off the show after that comment. Yeah. Golly.
Eat guacamole, but don't. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'm done.
I'm gonna do that disappearing meme, you know.
That's almost sacrilegious. As a matter of fact, in a little bit we'll go into some more
There
sacrilegious.
you go.
But,
Look in the chat. Crunching Munch, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
all right.
Terrible. And mix some butter toffee in there with it. Just mix them together. That's all I need.
I think I just like Cracker Jacks because they had a prize when I was a kid, but as I got older, it was Crunching Munch.
And I will say, I much rather have cheese popcorn, but you know, that jalapeno cheddar popcorn from Cheetos.
Hell yeah.
It's go time on that. But anyway, hey, what we got for April 6th? Today's date in sports history.
Man, sports history, man. I found this one interesting, man. This goes back all the way to the late 1800s. In 1893, man, folks in New Orleans witnessed an 110 round boxing match. That damn thing went 7 hours.
Ain't no way.
That is crazy. It ended in a no contest.
Fuck that.
Now somebody
Exactly.
somebody had to win. Fuck that. Fuck
7
that.
hours. Yeah, no, man, that is crazy, man. But over in baseball in '73, Ron Bloomberg became the first designated hitter in baseball history, which is actually pretty cool. I thought it was a little bit later, but apparently it was in the '70s. And you know, in December of '72, we lost Roberto Clemente, and 4 months later, they decided to retire. The Pittsburgh Pirates decided to retire his jersey number. So rest in peace, Roberto Clemente. Man, he was one of the greats.
Was one of the greats, definitely for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm fighting somebody for 7 hours, somebody won. I can't get over that. Ain't no way.
Exactly. That's what I thought, man. I mean, that's so dumb.
Look, fellas, I'm gonna tell you something I don't normally talk about, but I have had 2 professional fights in my life myself. One of them, after the first round, I was so tired I threw in the towel. So 100-something rounds, hell no.
Yes, man, unquit.
Hell yeah. Took my little money and went home.
Hey, my brother used to box, so I told him the same stat, and he's like, "Oh hell no, 7-hour fight, I would have won." Man, it's crazy.
Ain't no way you fight for 7 hours and ain't nobody win. Somebody either dead, done bled to death, 7 hours?
That had to
Nah.
be the idea of where wrestling was started, because I know motherfuckers was tired up after a while.
Yeah, hell yeah. Ain't no goddamn way. Excuse my language on the day after Easter.
Man, but yeah, those are only the few things that I had written down. Of course, there's a lot more, but you know, those are some interesting ones.
Well, all right. Well, before we get into the meat of the show, man, we had some news come out. I'm gonna change the order a little bit, but had some news come out. So Angel Reese, formerly of the Chicago Sky, got traded to the Atlanta Dream today for two first round picks. Is she worth two first round picks? That's another story for another day, but she got traded to the Atlanta Dream. The Atlanta Dream was a 30-win team last year. Uh, she's going to help this team. She's a walking double double. If she works on her game, she's 20 and 10 easy. I'm not putting up in the Asia Wilson, the Fisher Collier realm. She don't have that game, but she needs to work on her back to the basket game, her field goal percentage, free throw shooting. She just need to put a little work in, but that's gonna be big for the Dream because now they got some more size over there, and they're gonna be deep. There's gonna be some trouble over there.
So look. You say, is it worth two first rounders? NBA words? No.
No,
WNBA? Yes, because depending on how their new collective bargaining agreement goes and their revenue sharing goes with this, being able to be in contention in the playoffs and possibly win a championship because you added this piece to your team and you're in win now mode goes a
mm,
long way. Because if you look at their roster currently constructed, they got Brittany Griner, a vet, big presence in the middle. Her offense isn't what it used to be, but the defense is still there. You got another all star and Breonna James at the other forward. Then you got three guards. You got Ryan Howard, Alicia
yep.
Gray. Both of those are all star caliber. And then if you take Jordan Canada and put her on another team, she's an instant all star.
They built like the Aces,
Man,
but now they got to find the pedigree to start winning like the Aces. They don't have no excuse though, because they
none.
they have the team to go out there and win a championship. But Minnesota and Las Vegas, they sitting right there, they waiting on you.
Yeah.
If Angel can get a post game, like I said, get a field goal percentage up and be able to finish consistently around the basket, there's gonna be some trouble.
Honestly, all she has to do is go out there and be Dennis Rodman. Get the rebounds and then take the offense when it comes. You don't have to go out there and be a focal point on offense.
No, she don't. But her problem is she gets the rebound, she gets the points. Her field goal percent to be a paint player and have putbacks and layups. Yeah, her field goal it should be better. It should look better. She looked kind of like she just get discombobulated down there. She's trying to force shots and
She looked like she padding her stats.
yeah. It's kind of they say Westbrook done it. I don't think it's to that extent. I don't think Russell Westbrook ever done it, but maybe he did. That's for another day. But uh, yeah, I just leave it at that. But Atlanta Dream, they're gonna be a problem, and she looks excited to go. Of course, we heard about all the other stuff that happened last season with her teammates, and she had to apologize and all this stuff. But if she on her game, they're gonna be tough to beat. Now, our next bit of news comes from the NFL. All Pro defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence asked to be traded today from the New York Giants. There's really not much on this story. He's been asking for a contract. This ain't nothing new. They got a new head coach, John Harbaugh. Uh, TBD on this one, but he requested a trade today. We putting the news out. We'll see what happens. Do I think he's going to get traded? Probably not, but we'll see.
That
We'll
that's
see.
that's the thing about the NFL. You as a player can ask whatever the fuck you want, but them as a team holding the rights to your contract, you can lose all that money because they gonna hold your contract and not trade your ass. It ain't like the Giants in win now mode.
Right.
It's
I did hear a few teams that whose names were mentioned. The Chargers' name was mentioned, but they say they're out. The Jaguars, Ravens, Raiders, Patriots, Bears, Chiefs, and Abe, your Steelers might be in the mix too.
of course we're always looking for some defensive players to add. I mean, we have the most money spent on defense almost every year.
Hell, I'll take him in Philly.
Hey,
Yeah.
28
It,
years, 2-time Pro Bowl, and 2-time second team All Pro. He got a lot left in the tank.
Yeah.
his remaining time of his contract is just incentive based, isn't it? If I was reading right.
I believe so. That's why he wants a new deal,
Yeah.
because he feel like that he's underpaid and he deserves more money. I guess Philly can't use him here. We just paid Jordan Davis and we about to pay Jalen Carter. So
About to trade Jalen Carter, probably.
we'll see. We gonna see. I hope not, but we'll see. I don't think we're gonna trade Jalen. But I will say, somebody, I'd be damned. Somebody just put it in the comments. It's just one team that they play their games here, but you never hear about them. It don't even matter. I'm moving on.
With what we have already spent on defense this year, that piece would be nice, but we don't need to spend that much more money because he is waiting for a contract.
Give it to him.
Y'all act like we got a boatload of money to spend. We ain't got that much money to spend. We need to spend wisely. And don't get me wrong.
You already done fucked that up.
Y'all
still
have 63 million in the cap, man.
Yeah,
hey,
y'all can.
When I seen the list of topics, I knew I was coming in cussing.
This is what I be trying to tell y'all about this team.
63 million left in the cap. Go spend that shit. Get that man in on your team.
We still got the draft ahead of us, and then there's some more moves to be made.
Yeah, but you finna go get a bunch of crap.
Jeffrey Simmons is about to want another contract.
How old is Jeffrey Simmons?
28.
All right, well, you get Dexter Lawrence and Jeffrey Simmons. At least be good on one side of the ball.
Hey, man, look. Can we move on to the next subject?
Yeah, because now I'm finna be mad. You know what? I'm neutral. Mike Malone is the new head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels. They giving me my time on this. Only thing I know, background, his daughter plays volleyball in North Carolina. His dad has, relations with North Carolina. He's always said that he's been a lifelong Tar Heels fan. I don't know. He could just been saying that because he PR. I don't know. But Mike Malone, he got fired from Denver a year or two after winning. I think it was 2 years after winning that championship, maybe 3. Something happened with, him and the players on the team. I've never known Mike Malone to coach college basketball. What is your staff going to look like? How are you going to get recruits to come to Chapel Hill? That's all that bothers me. We got some decent recruits coming. How do you get the players that's already there to stay if they want to stay? I think Caleb Wilson is gone. That's all I want to see.
Caleb Wilson gone is a foregone conclusion, and it's going to happen. Now, I'll tell you, the way college basketball is now, and we're about to get into the other subject of how college sports are in a minute. Currently constructed, college basketball is being ran like NBA programs. I like bringing a winning head coach who has a winning culture. His only knock to me was it wasn't necessarily his players. It was him and the GM at the time who eventually also got fired. They were going back and forth over somebody else's playing time.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the hire. I mean, in today's college basketball, a lot of the old school college basketball system coaches aren't sticking around like they used to because of how it's currently constructed. It's going to work out because he's going to have a GM.
Yeah. It's bittersweet. I can't say nothing bad because the guy won a championship in the NBA. He's a winning coach. He has the pedigree. We'll see. He could go to North Carolina, man, and it could be great.
Here's his selling pitch right now. I know what it takes to win the NBA. You come here, I'll get you ready.
That's the pitch. I think that's the number one pitch. That's what it's got to be. Last bit of news happened a few days ago. Of course, the president of y'all, the president signed an executive order. So I'm gonna read what I wrote. He signed to limit one unrestricted transfer for undergrads and a 5-year cap on college eligibility. It won't take place till August 1st. The order poses the possibility of federal funding being withheld if schools don't comply with it. Of course, it's always got to be a power trip in there somewhere. The problem with it is it conflicts with previous court rulings and NCAA decisions, such as ones allowing immediate multiple transfers that the NCAA already had in place. It also aims to restrict certain donor backed NIL collectives and regulate agent conduct in college sports. It is said that this order is to bring stability to college sports and protect funding for women's and Olympic sports. As more comes out, if important, we will expand on it. I'm gonna let y'all have the floor before
Hey,
I
if you
say
want to go first, you want to say anything?
Man, politics needs to stay away from sports, man. Especially this guy. I mean, make no bones about it. Everybody knows I don't like this guy. I ain't gonna give him the satisfaction of saying his name, but fucking
So,
idiot.
I'm glad you said that, and I know right before the show we started talking about it, and I just said, hold your thoughts, because this has really got me fired up. Um, and I'm glad, Mike, you mentioned something about the cap, because when you mentioned something about the cap, that brought it back to cap. When Colin Kaepernick took his political stance and took a knee, um, for a cause, you
Yep.
heard a lot of people say, keep politics out of sports. Why are you feeling like you need to bring politics into sports right now? Because the same people who are trying to control this situation are the same people who were saying, pay these kids a few years ago. Now that they're paying kids and it's unregulated, you want to come in, put your hand in the pot, see what you can get. And I can tell you right now, one thing that probably has a little bit to do with it. A lot of people don't recall the son-in-law is part of an investment group who just purchased EA Sports. EA Sports makes NCAA football. NCAA sports, NCAA football has to pay the athletes. EA Sports has to pay the athletes each year. Oh, his son's losing money now. So why
Yeah.
not go ahead and regulate so your son's company can make some money? I mean, that's just my theory. I don't know how true it is, but you need to leave politics out of sports. The NCAA needs to figure out how they can regulate their own system, which has gotten out of hand the past couple of years because of all these changes. But figure out the laws, figure out something. It does need to be regulated, but not the way it's being regulated.
I will say this though. I mean, he's trying to get his fingers into everything, and I understand all that. But it's not just him. I mean, the more I digged into this earlier today, it's both sides. It's not just one side or the other. Both sides are trying to come up with a bipartisan law or bill or whatever to kind of regulate this. So, I mean, I can unfairly, I can't just say it's just him, but we all know, especially when you're
Let
trying
me.
to.
I say this. I'm gonna take it away from politics for a second, and I'm gonna say something very valuable that would help every individual, whether it's in sports or in life. How you present things and how you say things go a long way. And like y'all said, what he's trying to do, I understand it, but how you present it and how you say it, it's always like you trying to be dictator and overbearing, and you just want to have your hand and the iron fist. It's like the iron fist law. You just want to be. If it's not your way, it's not gonna be.
Mister, I fixed that. I fixed this. No, you didn't fix
Yeah,
you fucking everything up. But on the other hand, it does need to be regulated. I ain't even mad that they want to regulate it. I ain't even mad that he wants to regulate it because it needs to be regulated somehow.
I'm not either.
Like you
I'm
said,
not either.
we have our reasons for not liking him and not wanting him to be the one to do it. But if it gets done in a
But
reasonable manner, let it happen.
but and I think everybody can agree with this. Not college basketball, pretty much for the most part, is pretty good. It's in a good place. The old ass players coming back to playing college, I don't fool with that. College football as a whole, I feel like it needs to be torn down and built back up. The scheduling, the recruiting, the coaches, that Lane Kiffin Ole Miss situation, it should never happen again. Period. Shouldn't
Bring
happen
some
again.
structure back.
It needs structure. Now, if you doing that, fine. When it comes to all the other stuff, how you wording it and saying it like you just the big dog on the block, you can miss me with that. Be about change. Make it right. That's at the end of the day, I think all three of us can agree on that. It does need to change.
Be about change, not making some change, because that's where it lies for them.
That's it. At the end of the day, that's it. We can end it on that. Now, as far as change goes, going into the next segue, we got a change in the hierarchy in women's basketball. UCLA, for whatever reason, I don't know if they was mad. I don't know what happened yesterday, but for some reason they felt the need to beat the shit out of the South Carolina Gamecocks. If if it's one thing about Dawn Staley, and I love Dawn Staley, these past 2 years she been in the championship game, she done got her ass kicked both times. That's the only bad thing I can say about Dawn Staley. This UCLA team, they was a one-loss team for a reason. They pretty much ran through college football. They don't have the big stars. Yeah, they got Lauren Betts. I mean, college basketball, excuse me. Yeah, they got Lauren Betts. You've seen her on the commercial and all that old stuff, but they got a bunch of scrappy players that do whatever it takes to win. They got a coach that's just as passionate as Dawn Staley. She working the sidelines, and man, they deserve it. They deserve it. They ran the gauntlet, and they did what they had to do to be the champs. South Carolina, they'll be back. They ain't going nowhere. She finna reload. They will be back. But UCLA was just too big. South Carolina couldn't get no second chance points. They out rebounded them. If UCLA missed a shot, somebody was getting the rebound, throwing it back out. Uh, Jaime Vasquez, sister, I forgot her name, man. Help me out.
Gabriela.
Yeah.
I guess.
She had 21 points, hitting threes, diving on the floor for loose balls, rebounding. Lauren Betts is Lauren Betts. It was over with at the end of the first quarter. They dominated them. It go that way sometimes. And
Yeah, I mean, from the field, UCLA was shooting about 43%. I
yeah.
mean, close to 50% on 3 points, 85% off free throws. I mean, they totally, stat-wise, just dominated them up and down that court. I mean, it was a slaughter.
Yeah. At halftime, the Gamecocks were shooting 26% from the field, 13% from three. It didn't get much better. As soon as the third quarter started, the lead went from almost 20 to it was over 30. It was over. It was just domination.
What's in that cup, Abe? Look like it tastes good.
That's a story for another day.
Oh, there you go. Man, look, women's basketball, okay, it's still taking a lot of people to get into watching women's basketball. And I was so busy over the past couple weeks that I haven't watched any of the women's basketball. But if you look at it over the past couple of years, WNBA isn't the only thing that's good. When you get into the NCAA tournament and you get into the Sweet 16 and then the Elite Eight of women's college basketball, it really starts to get good because you got a lot of these top-notch teams that come in and you'll have a favorite, but you can have somebody that's a slight underdog come in and play their ass off and then boom, move on. Look at South Carolina and UConn. UConn was the favorite. South Carolina
Undefeated.
came out of that. And then South Carolina goes on to get their ass whooped.
Yep. So I think the difference between men's and women's college sports, in the men's tournament, you'll see a lot of upsets. Not a lot, but you may get a 12-5. We finally seen a 16-1 when Virginia lost. We've seen some 15-2s, so on and so forth. In women's college sports, you rarely, if ever, gonna get that. But when you get to, like you said, when you get to about the Sweet 16, all hell break loose. Because all the blood teams, ain't none of them got more than about 5 or 6 losses, and every game is gonna be good.
The
And
product gets better and better the further you go on. And UCLA started 5 seniors, and I think they had 6 seniors score all of their points last night.
yep, and it's just a better brand. They play as a team. Even the best player on every team is still a team player. And the coaches coach, and it's a great brand of basketball. So we walk into that by talking about tonight. Just a little backstory, which I thought is crazy. I should have did this as a trivia. Michigan is 1-6 all time in championship games. The one game that they won, I remember it was 1989. As young as I was, I don't know why I remember that, but I remember.
That
I
with
think they
Glenn
won.
Rice.
Yep, they won by 1 point. They beat Seton Hall. I don't. UConn never lost a championship game. If they go to the championship game, they've won every one. They 6-0. Michigan is a 7.5 point favorite. You know Dan Hurley. You know he's gonna use that for fuel. You already know he's gonna use it for fuel. He gonna tell you he used it for fuel too. That's just how he is. Michigan offense. I had to apologize. I had to literally get on TikTok yesterday and apologize to the Michigan Wolverines because I sat on the bonus room and I told y'all that Arizona had no weakness and I didn't see how Michigan was gonna beat them. And it's damn near like they heard me say that. They beat the shit
Hey,
out of Arizona.
you know what? Watching that game made me feel better about my Vols.
But Tennessee held on. They was hanging with them for a minute. Arizona never had a shot. I was like, yeah, I gotta apologize for that. But
So something with Michigan, but aside from this matchup, one of the top recruits in the country, Brandon McCoy Jr., just committed to the University of Michigan
yep,
um, during the Fab Five telecast. Now, if you don't know who the Fab Five is,
buddy.
you need to go back and watch 30 for 30. That was that whole culture changed in college basketball back with them, and that was my squad back in the day.
It's 3 teams, good or bad, if you grew up in our era, that you will never forget. That Fab Five team is always gonna be number one. The team preceded them, UNLV, with Larry Johnson and Stacey Augman and Greg Anthony and Anderson Hunt. That team,
George Ackles. Yep.
they they had a little swag too. The bad side of it is always one team that we always gonna hate, and it's the Duke team that beat both of them. Christian Laettner, Bobby Hurley, Grant Hill, Thomas Hill, Coach K. To this day, I cannot stand them. That's why I hate Duke because of that team right there. But those 3 teams, and if you was really into college basketball, like really, really into it, you remember Lethal Weapon 3 with Kenny Anderson, Dennis Scott, and Oliver on that team. They never won anything, but they was exciting. Of course, you got the other team, the Flying Illini with Kendall Gill. I'm showing my age, but anyway, uh,
Hey man, we
it was
might have
just
to have an
good,
old
man.
school college basketball show.
Hey, it was just good to see the Fab Five together on TV, knowing Jalen Rose and Chris Webber had their little differences, and just to see them on TV enjoying each other's company, being brothers again, it did something for my soul. It was just great. They didn't even have to talk about basketball. They was just being guys, and it was great. But on the subject of Michigan, man, Yaxel Lindeborg, he sprained his MCL, sprained his ankle, sprained his MCL, but he said he's going to play as much as possible. If they play defense, how they played against Arizona, last time I said this, I put my foot in my mouth. I don't see how UConn can keep up with this Michigan team. Shout out to Elliot Cadeau. He left North Carolina, went to Michigan. He's helped them out tremendously. Uh, Terrence Reed for UConn. He's been a menace in the tournament, averaging 20 and 10, elevated his game. They're gonna
Hey,
need a 3-point shooting. Go ahead.
so somebody need to do a DNA test on Terrence Reed because when you look at that boy, all I see is Andre Drummond,
Play just like him.
just like him, built
Play
like
just
him,
like
play
him.
like him. Uh, hard body in the middle, tough.
Yep. They deep. They're a deep team. I never count out UConn because of the coach. I said it on the last show. When it comes to second half adjustments, he's second to none. Dan
Yeah.
Hurley is an adjustments coach.
When you Bobby Hurley's brother and you see what Bobby Hurley did as a player, and you couldn't be as good as Bobby Hurley, you have to find a way to be better than Bobby. And
Yep.
and his way of being better than Bobby is in coaching. And he coaches damn good.
He does. He just got to chill out.
Yeah.
Sometimes he'll crash out.
Hey, this
Just
is
chill
this
out,
is
big dog.
this is not the championship I wanted, but this is probably the championship we deserve.
Yeah. If Michigan blow them out, they go down as one of the greatest teams I've ever seen.
I don't think so. I don't think they blow them out. Um, I think this is going to be a close game. I think Michigan is going to pull it off because even without Lindenborg, if he's hobbled, you get Elliot Cadeau and
Yeah.
Mara
Mara.
on that pick and roll. You get them on the pick and roll. If you get off of Mara, he's wide open for a lob threat, 7-3 lob threat every time. But if you cover him, Elliott can continue to go to the hole, or he can kick it out to the perimeter, and then there's the open shot.
UConn got to hit their threes. Braden Mullins, been solid. He been knocking them down. Carabin. UConn got some players, man. UConn got some players.
Solo ball is hampered with the injury too, but he's going tonight.
Yeah, solo ball is gonna play to some capacity. I'm taking Michigan. I hope it's not a blowout, but like if Michigan blow them out and they score over 90 points, this is one of the top 10 teams that I've seen in a long time. What they doing to people in this tournament, it's been pretty damn impressive.
I took UConn plus 7.5, and then I took under 144. That under might not cover the way it's been moving either.
Yeah. Who you got, Abe?
Well, I hate to put my hat in for Michigan because I'm not a big Michigan anything, but you know what? I called it last time, and I'm gonna stick with Michigan this time.
You did.
But
you called it.
I don't think it'll be a blowout just because of the standpoint of Hurley. He makes his adjustments. So if he sees something wrong in that first half, you damn well he's gonna come back out and change up the game. And I think it'll be a close game. I think a shot will probably decide it. I'm hoping it's a buzzer beater.
I say this: if Michigan get too far ahead, it's over. They cause too many turnovers. They get out and run. That run they went on against UT, it was like a 4-point game. They went on a 31-10 run. It was over with at halftime. They done it so quick. If that happens, they too good. They're not gonna let you back in the game. It's over with. I think Michigan gonna win. I do think they're gonna cover the 7.5. Just for all those people on my TikTok that was in my comments telling me I put my foot in my mouth. I'll say this, man, before we get out of here. I'm gonna say something about baseball, but I enjoy going back and forth on TikTok with people. Some of my stuff been going a little viral. But for the most part, the rage betas, they ain't been in my comment section. It's actually been sports fans talking about sports. And I just wanted to shout them out if they ever hear this. I appreciate that. It's pretty cool.
So,
People don't know me and just hitting me up on stuff.
I think on all the pages, there has been a better appreciation of what we talk about and how we talk about it because we don't really talk about it in a controversial way. And a lot of things that we say that hadn't happened yet comes to fruition. and people see that we just giving our honest takes, and a lot of times it is right. I mean, and when it's wrong, we admit we're wrong. We just sports fans who love to talk sports, and we'll go back and
Yeah,
forth with you if you want. Have a great debate.
absolutely. Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't mind. Yeah, I was dead wrong about Arizona. I may not ever pick Arizona to win shit ever. But before we get out of here, man, I'm a disgruntled baseball fan. I'm really not. I'm not gonna get into my betting strategy. It'll take a minute, but I will say yesterday I had a day of all days. But it's some people I've been betting on, and they just been shitting the bed. I'm finna call out five of them because they pissing they pissing me off.
And after you call out
So
them five, I'm gonna say something, and I got something I want to say about them five, and I think they all gonna be the same. Well, not the same five, but I think they're gonna fit the same category. Go on
well,
hit
you
your
know
five.
what? Excuse me. It's four. I took one off. Shohei ass was on here, but
Mm-hmm.
he been all right. I took him off.
Yep.
Now this first one, he hit a home run about 15 minutes ago. But Cal Raleigh, he has when I did this, 0 home runs, 4 RBIs, 5 hits, batting average 132. He just hit a home run, so we're gonna see if that turns around. One of my favorite players, he probably the one pissing me off the most. Julio Rodriguez batting 154, 0 home runs, 2 RBIs, and 6 hits. Ronald Acuna Jr. for the Braves, 194, 0 home runs, 2 RBIs, 7 hits. And last but not least, last year's rookie of the year, Nick Kurtz, is batting 148, 0 home runs, 0 RBIs, and 4 hits.
You know what? All of them have something in common. I don't know if Kurtz was or not,
The
but
World Baseball Classic.
World Baseball
So
Classic.
we didn't talk about this out on the show, I don't think. But Hack said people historically struggle when they come out of the World Baseball Classic. So I just wanted them to know that I'm sick of it. So go ahead.
So it's the World Baseball Classic is for baseball is similar to an NFL player holding out a training camp. You, I guess the preparation is different or whatever, or you don't have the same camaraderie that you have with your team and the same comfort level going into the season. But after a couple of weeks, these same people that we talking about now ain't doing nothing and got a slow start. They gonna get it popping. Don't even worry about it, cause they gonna get it popping.
All right, I'm gonna take your word for it.
You got
I'm
some
gonna take
say
your
on
word
that, Abe?
for it.
Well, I mean, you gotta. They're just the evolution of pitching also can contribute to some of these batters not hitting. I mean, we're seeing pitchers throw harder than ever. The style that they have in the bullpen is evolved from many years ago, and some of these teams have had real bad luck against left-handers, Dodgers especially. But I mean, I think it's just the evolution of pitching is starting to show. These pitchers are throwing harder, throwing better, and maybe they're not seeing it since it's early in the season. I'm pretty sure as we get closer to the middle of the season, the All-Star break and all that stuff, um, we'll definitely see the cream of the crop rise.
Hey,
Definitely.
real quick, cause we gonna let you close us out with a subject. But can you slide to the left or to the right real quick? I need to see what's behind you. Angels. Boy, did y'all see Joe Adele the other night?
Yeah,
Mm.
Rob 3 home runs, bro.
Lord
That
have
cost me some money.
mercy.
Hey,
Rob 3 home runs. That was incredible, man. That was incredible.
I
Hey,
was
and that
talking to my
picture
dad
that
about this, and I've not heard him be this happy since the 2002 season when we won the World Series. I mean, we're
Yeah,
playing good baseball. Granted, we still
he,
make mistakes, but
he robbed 3 home runs in one game. And
he
last
did.
year, Tatis was the leader for the season of robbing home runs, and it was 4.
He got 3 in the game. He's 75% of the way there already.
Yeah, and that picture that one of them fans or photographer took from behind him, hold the ball up like that. That's the picture of the year right there.
That's dope. That's dope. Go ahead,
Hey,
hey. What we got? You got some UFC.
Close it out with some UFC.
Man, real quick, I know we're pressed for time, but man, we got 327 coming up this Saturday, and it's gonna be a banger. You know, you got the main event, Jerry Prochaska, Carlos Ulberg, fireworks. That's all I can say about that, man. These guys have immense knockout power. You know, we have Jerry coming off a two win streak. You know, he won against Jamal Hill in 311 and Khalil Roundtree Jr. in 320. And this man has 100% finish. Anytime, all his finishes have been either knockout, 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 or knockout. It's crazy. But man, you have Carlos Ulberg on the other side, man. This man is a beast. He's very methodical. Compared to Jerry Prochaska's style, who's very aggressive and allows for pressure to come in so he can counter. Carlos Ulberg his game is different. He's methodical. He's gonna take his precision shots, and he's gonna get you one way or another. This fight is gonna be insane, considering that both of them have immense knockout power. Carlos Ulberg has 9 TKOs, which is 67% of his finishes of his fights. And it's all within the first round. This fight is not going to go past second or third round. I guarantee it. And it's going to be a knockout. Heck, Carlos Ulberg's fastest knockout is 12 seconds. That's crazy.
So who you saying gonna win?
It can go either way, but I got a feeling that based on just fighting styles, Carlo Ulberg, he's gonna take his time. He's gonna set up his feints. He's gonna work the jab, and knowing Jerry Prochaska likes to fight with his hands down and have a wider stance, that's gonna be open season for Carlos Ulberg. He's gonna take his spots, and I guarantee you, he's gonna rock them. I mean, both of these.
I get caught.
You know, it's crazy, but I 100% agree with you because Chaska, he does have a good chin, but he does take a lot of shots. And Ulberg is more technical, and he gives a lot of shots and precision shots. Chaska's gonna leave himself open, and he's gonna get knocked out. He's gonna be sleeping.
Whoever wins, I'm putting my hat in for whoever wins. They gotta fight me.
Hey man, by all means, you take your poison, because these two guys are no joke when it comes to
It ain't
power.
gonna go past the first round.
Hey.
I'm gonna just fall down and take my money and get the hell on up out of
Shit,
there.
it ain't gonna go past the walk-in.
I'm gonna walk
But,
in.
but just
definitely walk in.
also there was news out of this event as well. The co-main event pulled out. It was supposed to be Joshua Van, and I hope I'm not butchering this name, but Tetsuro Tiara. Joshua Van, the current champion on the flyweight, he got injured. It's not too egregious, so they're going to move this co-main event to 328, which is going to be a hell of a card. Now we're going to have 2 title fights. But they're elevating one of the lower cards, Azmat Marzakhanov versus Paulo Costo, which should be a good co-main event because Azmat is undefeated. He's 36 years old, and he's undefeated. So that one might go to Azmat. I got a feeling, but
Yeah, I think knockout by Mirzakhanov. There we go, Mirzakhanov. I got it.
All right. Well, that's the end of the show. I promised y'all I would give y'all an update on the Pushing the Line Tournament Challenge. He won't let me live this down unless I say this. So if Michigan wins tonight, Big Cuz, aka Trey, y'all see him in the comments. He will be the winner of the Pushing the Lines patch. So what it is, it's an autographed water bottle from me. And I'm gonna give him a lighter so he can light his cigars. That's your patch.
Don't let
Oh,
him lie to
man.
you like that. We're gonna put you a package together.
It's almost game time. Enjoy the game. This is the last college basketball game for about 6 months. Enjoy it. Go have fun. Order you some pizza. Eat you some wings.
get your
We'll
drink.
see y'all.
Before we get out of here, Go to Mike's YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you turn your alerts on because he's putting out more content than us as a team right now. Yes, we're still putting stuff out as a team, but we're also doing our little solo stuff. But this man is motivated. I guess you could say he got the bug in him. Hey, he putting out content left and right. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have no social media following right now because he'd be posting all my videos and shit for me too.
Bonus room coming soon, baby.
Love y'all. Videos coming up in just a little bit from this show, and we out.